I know we all face challenges every day, but the main challenge is not allowing what has happened to us to hold us back, but rather using this as fuel for us to achieve the impossible. One of the ways I like to stay motivated is by looking up to people who inspire me. And no one inspires me more than the guest that we have for you today. She has achieved the most amazing things, and I can't wait for you all to hear her story. Florence, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Debbie.
Florence, we know you're an outstanding woman. You've recently written your own book. You have an organization. You're a life coach, a counselor, and the list just goes on. Please tell us how you did it.
Well, when growing up, I always wanted to be someone, despite my disability. And so all the time, I would always dream that I want to do something that, makes me happy, to live my life and my purpose. So when I was growing up, at first I wanted to be an air hostess because I loved the way that they dressed up and walked around. But as I grew older, I began to understand that, with my disability, I can't become an air hostess. How will I carry the trays and how will I walk around? And that made me become more self-aware that, certain things, I cannot do them.
Yeah.
But let me do the things that I'm able to do to the best of my abilities. And so that's how I began to, and then after school, college, I went to BIC Academy. That's where I did my top flight secretariat.
Wow.
And so as I worked, I always had this passion to help other people, especially girls, because I realized that after school, some girls would say that I'm going to live in the rural areas. They didn't have anything that they were aspiring to be. And I would always say, how come I've got so much that I want to do and achieve, but they didn't have anything. And also it was because of their different backgrounds. I realized that we all have different backgrounds and the way that we get certain things is not the same. I had a very supportive family. They would cheer me on anything. Even when I said I would want to be a top flight secretary, my mom would, when I used to say I want to be a flight attendant, my mom would be like, "Oh, go for it. It's good for you."
Yeah.
And, they wouldn't really say, you can't do that, that you walk on crutches and all that. They would just encourage me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I started working after college, I decided that, I want to save money just to help someone. And opening the trust, I did it with my personal finances because I didn't want, I wanted something that I'll look back on and say, I achieved this on my own.
Wow, that's so inspiring. And it's really amazing to see that you didn't allow anything to hold you back. You didn't let anyone tell you what your limitations were. You just proved everyone wrong and just achieved the impossible.